Hello everyone, this is Marlette and welcome to Marley's Chronicle. These videos and this channel has been set aside as a way to record my daily actions, to use as a diary or a journal, if you will, of my struggles and how I've come through, how I'm coming through, and my goals and dreams for the future. And hopefully in doing so, as I become transparent, as I become an open book for you all, that it will be a blessing to you, because it's only by our experiences are we able to help others. So this is the purpose for this video. This is the purpose for me opening up my channel, to be a blessing to someone else. On my last video, I spoke about seasonal depression and how autumn, the fall season, is always a low moment for me. It's always a depressed time. And then just as I'm starting to breathe, October, November comes in, and the Thanksgiving Christmas season adds on top of that. So, and it's just really, like I said in my last video, just a low period for me, all up until spring. And again, the instance that prompted me to do this was, or to make better choices this time, was because I realized that it wasn't just myself that was being affected. I was affecting others. So I, as the scriptures say, I came to myself and decided to make better choices. So again, I'm using this medium as a way to chronicle, or a way to record my journey. Seasonal depression, for those of you who don't know, and I tend to believe that there are more people who actually experience this than not, but seasonal depression is a time when that every year that season comes in, you can smell it, you can feel it, it's just in the atmosphere. And it hit me September 11th. 2018, the beginning of this week, and it was like a punch to the gut, literally. And it was like a big ball of energy. And normally what I would do would just curl up in a ball, lay in bed, pull the covers over my head, and just cry and mope and be down. But no, not this time. I'm making better choices this time, because everything is a choice. You may think that a situation has you by the neck, or I can't do any better. Yes, you can. You have a choice. It may not be as easy as other choices, but you do have that choice to say, no, I'm not going down this road again. I will not be an enemy to myself, because basically that's what you're doing. You are being an enemy to yourself and to those that are around you. But I decided to make better choices. The very first thing I did was to reach out. I called my friends and said, okay, it's here. I'm feeling this, and I need your prayers. I need your support. And I put them on alert for whenever they catch me, because you need accountability in life. Because if you just go through life doing what you want to do and not being held accountable, then you pretty much, you can let yourself down. But if you have a person that you feel accountable to, you won't be so quick to let them down or give up. So I called and I reached out. And not only did I do that, I made some little tweaks in my daily behavior. Again, I am outside on my back porch, so if you hear noises, crickets, the air condition. But yeah, this is and it's early morning, so it's a beautiful time. I am enjoying, and that's another thing. I'm gonna get back to, I remember the point. Hopefully I remember the point. But being out early in the morning, it's just such a different spirit. I can't explain it, but like I said, I'm a late sleeper, and I started getting up at 7 in the morning and staying up to a certain hour. And then if I wanted to rest after that, I could. But for the most part, 7 o'clock, I would be up and just sitting out here on my porch. It's so peaceful. All the kids are gone to school, and it's just a peaceful time, a time to meditate, a time to talk to God, a time to convene with yourself. So, like I said, I was making little tweaks on my on this journey. And again, one of the tweaks that I made was to get up early. You would be surprised how small changes like that actually goes toward a bigger cause. Now, you may question, well, doing those little things, are you not experiencing that seasonal issue? There are times that my spirit is stronger and I don't feel it. But the times that I do feel it, I don't let it get me down. I literally make moves to not be depressed. And I know people have said, just get over it. You can't just get over depression. There is a process. You have to be willing to look at why you're depressed. How did you get to that stage? And Apostle Roberts, she taught me so much about how to look at yourself, because every problem that you come in contact with involving yourself, you have to look and see, okay, what part did I play? Was this all the workings of my hand, or did I play a small part? You have to look. So using those same tools when it comes time to fight depression or any other hindering spirit, because it is a hindrance. I use those same tools. Why? Why am I depressed this time of the year? Why does this time of the year always get me down? And I can think back far in my younger days, early 20s, that I would feel this and it would just cause me to be so sad. But I think this is the time, and I kind of shared a little bit of this in my last video. I think this is the time where changes happen. Kids are going back to school. Because I remember I would start a new job sometime in this time of the year. And maybe it was a fear of new beginnings and just, will it work out? What will it be? Because when you have no sense of control, when you feel like you're not in control, that sends a sense of fear to control freaks. And that's a issue I'm dealing with too, and we will eventually get into on this channel. But when you feel like you're not in control, there's a sense of fear that comes over you. And because you feel like, if I'm in control, I know what the outcome is going to be. I know what I'm going to do. I know how to do it. But that's not true. Because if that was the case, my life, your life will be much better than it is right now if we were that capable of making changes, or capable of controlling our lives, steering our life. God is only capable of doing that. So I suggest, first and foremost, get that relationship with God. Get that contact with God. Because in those deep, dark times when you can't call your friends, when you're home by yourself, when you're having to deal with your own issues, sometimes it's not necessarily any outward issues you're having to deal with. Most of the time it's the stuff that's inside of you that surfaces, and you just have to face that. That's a good point. The stuff that's in you starts to surface, and you have to face it. A lot of times we don't want to face it. A lot of times we want to go in And that causes the depression because there's a war. It surfaces, and automatically your body fights. And I learned this in massage therapy school. Your body fights to stay in a homeostasis period. That's a place where everything is in harmony with itself. Your body, your organs, you are in tune with yourself. So your body fights to stay in that place. So when those childhood traumas or those childhood issues surfaces, your body starts fighting to, okay, we got to deal with this. We got to deal with this. But because you don't want to deal with it, because you don't want to look at it, you start fighting. No, no, I'm not going to deal with it. That's not who I am. Blah, 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 blah. And boom, depression sets in. Fear sets in. You shut down. Everything is off. Covers are over my head. Blinds are pulled. Do not disturb. Put a do not disturb sign on hanging on your nose, hanging on your glasses, because you are telling the world, do not disturb me while I'm going through this period. And again, I'm not a professional at this thing. I know the camera is going up and down because my arm's getting tired of holding it. But anyway, we are going forth because I really want you to hear this message. And I'm trying not to be as long-winded. But digging in to yourself, going into yourself, and figuring out why I am here. What caused me to be here? That should be number one on your list of improvement. You have to be honest with yourself. If I can tell you anything, the most important tool is that you are willing to be honest with yourself. You are willing to look, to go down deep. You don't have to tell the world. That may not be your ministry. That may not be your calling. It's mine. Transparency is part of my ministry. So if I've experienced anything, if God has delivered me, I have no problem with coming to you and saying, look, this is where I am. This is where I was. This is the reason I was there. But you have to be honest with yourself. Childhood issues, childhood traumas. Go back there. Look and see. Were you molested? Were you abused? Were you abandoned? Were you made to be the adult while you were 5 or 6 years old? Go back and look at those instances and see what's causing your hang up, and stop looking at everybody else. Stop pointing the finger at everybody else. You are responsible for your actions. You are responsible. The moment we stop becoming the victim is the moment you start to heal. The moment we stop becoming the victim is the moment we start to heal. Number one, if I was to make a list in chronological order or in order, how to deal with depression, how to deal with hopelessness, how to deal with a downward low spirit. First thing I would say, stop being the victim. Because as long as we are the victim, and just to clarify, being a victim means, oh, it's their fault. They hurt me and I can't believe what they've done. They hurt my feelings. They hurt me, blah, blah, blah. That's playing the victim. And you will never get healed. You will never get delivered. You will never get set free playing the victim. And we're close to 15 minutes. And it's just amazing how fast 15 minutes flies. But that's just one of the tools. And I hope it's been a blessing. The day so far, this is my 4th day, I believe. This is the 4th day. And I have been encouraged. I have been strengthened. by the power of God, because I actively took control. I didn't just think I was in control. I actively took control by making different choices this go around. I did it not only for my loved ones, but I did it for myself. So I want you all to stay with me on this journey. Stay with me. Subscribe to this channel and listen out. Hit the notification bell that's beside that, so when I upload a video, you will be the first ones to hear it. I want you to stay with me on my journey. There's a lot I have to talk about. There's a lot of experiences, a lot of things I've gone through, and I know it will be a blessing to somebody. Share this video. Leave comments if you like, if you want to discuss anything. I don't know if you guys can see my email on this thing. I don't know how it works, but you can email me or put your email in the comments and I will email you. I would say call, but this is not just a local thing, you know. But God bless you. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. This is Marley's Chronicles, on my journey to a better me. I love you guys. Stay blessed, and I'll see you next time. Subscribe, share, and like. God bless you. Bye-bye.